Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Past The Barb. Today is Monday, April 24th. I am back. I am your host, Adam Bartusek. I am back from the South. We are joined by Mr. Ryan Pinkalla.
What's going on, guys?
We got Ryan. Ryan helped hold down the fort last week, which was very appreciated. It was a bit of a mad scramble to get the whole recording done, but we got it to happen. And then we got Bill down south.
Yep. Gonna start going by Bill now. I think it's just cooler and better. And yeah.
Seems
Bill
right. I think that's a good move.
You know, I always thought about I wish I would have gone by Bill growing up. I just think
because it's like late in the
Will.
game to switch it up.
I can't change it now. People would be that would be weird. You can't start. I've thought about Willie too. I like Willie a lot as well.
That's not
but
bad.
I'm too far into Will. It's just I'm stuck with this for eternity, I guess.
But you have regrets, what you're saying.
Yeah, I do. I have some really deep more blame. I think anger towards my parents for not calling me Bill, but it is what it is.
Bill would be a badass fishing guide name if you're a Bill the fishing guide.
I know some Bills that are guides and they're fucking hammers. You know?
Yeah, but like Will.
Will is just he's kind of so out there, you know. He's just he'll get the job done, but you know. Yeah,
right, we'll keep us updated on the name change.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
we'll revisit that.
Happy to keep you posted. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll start diving into everything. As you guys know, I wasn't here last week. I was down at Kentucky Barkley fishing a tournament. There is no cell service around that lake, so getting the boys up recording was guys. You guys didn't see behind the scenes. Like when I was trying to find service. Like I just drove down a road until I got to the top of a hill and I got out of my truck with my laptop and my phone and I just walked around and I got a bar.
Saved the day.
Bart,
I turned on my hotspot and I got it linked for Pink and I was like, I'm done.
Thank God for you. Thank God.
I'm going to clarify to the people the real story about what happened. Adam had to do all that. This is true. He did save the day. But if he just would have shared with us the credentials to log into our recording software, this would not be an issue.
Like months ago.
Kept them to himself. No one knew how to get in. We had a 3-way FaceTime, me, Hahner, and Pink. We thought maybe we were just going to screen record that.
Yeah, we should have just recorded
that. That was, do you know how big that file would have been? That would have been like a 54 gig screen record.
But
it would have been hilarious.
You hung us out to dry, man. We had no options. We were cranking, ready to roll. But we did get it, luckily. And shout out to Ryan. He was kind of the tech guy behind it all. And it worked. And now we're back, and we have Bart back, which is good because he kind of keeps this operation going. So,
however, we probably should revisit, even though Hahner is not here.
Cody's performance last week.
Yeah. So someone fill me in on what happened, because I was driving home and I talked to Hahner for a while, and he doesn't really have much recollection. He just told me he thinks he had a concussion.
That certainly makes sense. Yeah.
So he kind of faded out last episode there. So he kind of got removed from the screen.
kind of had to get the boot.
But yeah, so I think maybe things got rolling a little bit before the podcast started in the old Eagle River area. I don't know. I mean, he lasted a good 15-20 minutes, I'd say.
I think we found out that it's just not really a good idea to try to record a podcast in a hotel swimming pool because it's an echo chamber. It literally is. The audio is horrible.
And I mean, so I think there may have been a misunderstanding between how deep the pool was and what the rules were for if you should or should not dive into it.
Yeah.
So I think if you watched it on YouTube last time, you may have seen a situation where Hahner went into a swimming pool and didn't come back for a very long time.
he was AWOL for like 5 minutes, and it was just the straight feed of the pool. I don't even know where he went.
Yeah, and then he kind of came back and just kind of wandered around in front of the camera for a while.
And he tried to go in the sauna, I think. I don't know.
He didn't say anything. He was just kind of hovering around.
It's
But
so hard to keep it together. I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
But he messed up his face pretty good, dude.
Yeah, he did.
So
don't
apparently
dive in the
he
shallow end.
dove into a pool that was like 3 feet deep, I guess.
It sounds like a Hahner thing.
Yeah, his face got pretty blasted, and then he was like the only person staying at that hotel, and the guy working at the hotel came in there, and he was just like chilling in the pool, and there was like blood all over his face. And the guy goes, so is that normal?" and then he said he didn't really remember anything after that. So, but he still made it to work at like 6 a.m. So I don't know.
Just a trooper.
But yeah, so it was an eventful YouTube side of the podcast last week. Hunter is alive. He just happens to not be here right now.
He's on a big concrete pour right now. They got to get the concrete poured.
Yeah, he's a big dog out there. But,
yeah, he's fucking barking orders. He may join us a little bit later on. But yeah, last week we were able to persevere.
Yeah, but he seems like he's all right.
That's good.
As good as he can be, hanging in there.
Anyways, Pink, current events wise, what do you got going on in your life?
Oh boy. Well, still on this turkey hunting grind. Haven't sealed the deal yet. See if we can make that happen.
I'm honestly curious why you haven't just come over to my parents' place yet, because I just keep sending you pictures of a Tom.
Yeah, they're over there, dude. I just gotta put the game plan together. How I'm gonna get in there and when.
I'm pretty sure they're in the backyard right now.
Well, but that's how are you gonna get out there if they're already there? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I got a sliding glass door. Perhaps
I maybe got to scheme a bit on that. I guess scheme. Plus, I got to drive down there. But yeah, I'm still playing the game. I was out this weekend. Had some fun doing that. Yesterday, I had a kind of eventful day. Spent like the day like literally crawling around trying to get in on some, and got in super close. I was like crawling through this like creek thing. It was like soaking wet, and got into like 30, 40 yards on this group of toms and just like hung around them for like a half an hour and never got a shot, which was super sick, obviously.
The best.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was good action, but I was like, I could definitely kill one of these, but didn't. So, I don't know. The hunt continues. Keep you updated. Hopefully we're talking bloodshed next time.
When does season end?
May 31st.
Okay, so you still got a long time.
I do. I think I got some stuff going on and probably some fishing stuff happening in May, so I'd like to get it done soon. But
get her done.
We'll see. You know how it goes.
Hey,
can't predict it.
That's right. They're a wild beast.
They're out there. But people are getting them, dude. People are smashing turkeys.
Yeah, right now. I've been seeing some birds hitting the ground for sure on the Instagrams and whatnot.
Wow.
So.
A lot of Miriams I've been seeing, man. I gotta come out your way. Find one of those.
Yes, I actually located some. Anything else, Ryan? Otherwise, I'll roll into mine.
No, man, I'm just chilling.
Yeah, it's funny. After our podcast last week, we were talking turkeys. You and I, Ryan. And I was like, God, I should go try to find some turkeys. So my brother texted me on Wednesday, I think it was, and. He's like, let's go scout for turkeys. All right, perfect. So we went out Wednesday night, and we're driving, and I like kind of going past this sort of creek bottom with some sage up on top, and I see like there's deer in it, and then I see like this like motion, I see like this like flapping. I'm like, whoa, stop the truck. I'm like, dude, I think that's a turkey. I'm like, fucking stop it, put the throw in reverse. So backs up. Well, there's a Tom out there, and he's like 40 yards off the road. I'm like, well, this can't be on the public right now. And I'm like, pull up your Onyx. I mean, he's right there. And it's on public. I'm like, okay. I'm like, my brother brought his gun and stuff. And I was like, shoot him. I was like, let's kill him. I'm like,
let's that one right there.
I'm like, he's right there. He's like, oh. He might be listening to this now. He's like, I don't have my tag. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have your tag? He's like, I forgot it. I'm like, he's got everything else. I mean, he's decked out. I show up, I got cowboy boots and jeans on, and he's in full Kuiu camo. I'm like, what, we doing this thing tonight or what? He's like, I don't have my tag. I'm just like, well, you have a tag, right? He's like, yeah, I have a tag. I'm like, let's just kill him. No, I don't want to do that. All right. So then we hunted them the next morning. I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. We have a bird located.
Yeah.
So we hunted on Thursday morning, got into the spot, sat there. He gobbled a little bit up in the roost. We both had to leave at like 8:30. And there's a couple hens back there too, but he never got off the roost that whole morning. When we left at like 8:30, he still was up in his roost. He just didn't get down.
God, dude.
It's cold and kind of snowy. But my brother went and hunted that same spot this weekend, saw him and another bird, and then 4 jakes, but just never had a shot. So there's some birds. There's birds around at Joe's spot. So hopefully one of us can get them killed.
It's one of them things, man. It's just got to all come together.
I don't need the pieces of the puzzle to fit. So, but it was fun to be back out there. I missed waking up real early. Like, it's kind of fun getting up at like 4 in the morning.
Dude.
And
it's like 9 o'clock and you've already been awake for like 5 hours. And you're like,
you feel so much more superior to everybody else. You're like, you're driving by people's house. You're like, you're sleeping. I'm up and I'm doing it. I feel like, what's that guy's name? Jocko. Jocko, I'm talking about, the Navy SEAL guy.
No, yeah, Jocko Willick or whatever his name is.
Yeah, him. That's how I felt, because he wakes up at like 4 every day. Same with David Goggins, but once a week is good enough for me.
Yeah.
Well, it's still the right vibe,
Yeah, it's just like, I'm better.
Superior human vibes.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, aside from being better than everyone else,
that's all Will's got going on.
Yeah, that's about it.
Bill.
Bill. Yeah, I've changed. This is a new me, and
he woke up early. Now he's Bill.
Yeah, I'm Bill. I'm Bill. I also smoke cigarettes. Speaking of cigarettes, and I don't mean to take this on a Bill tangent here. We can move on.
No, you might as well go.
But we're this far.
So the one good thing I've realized about moving is, and maybe we discussed this. I don't know. Correct. Interrupt me if we have, and I don't think we have. But when I was moving, I found like a half a pack of cigarettes in my garage.
This is new information.
Okay.
No, this is new. Yeah.
Half a pack of like Marlboro Lights, just like in my garage. And like, I don't know where they came from, but now it's been kind of a little special treat for me, because I put them, they're like in my bibs pocket or my waiter pocket or whatever. And I just sort of forget about them until like I put my bibs on and I reach out and I'm like, oh, there's a cigarette in there. And I'm not really a cigarette smoker, but God, I might become one, because it's just, it's just kind of a little treat that you don't get to have very often. So unfortunately they're all gone now. So, and I won't buy a pack of cigarettes.
So yeah, that's the thing. That's the difference. If you buy a pack, you are then a cigarette smoker.
But if you find them,
but if I find them, then it's free game. And I'm just, I don't want them to go bad. I don't want them to go to waste. So,
I mean, you're really just, saving the environment is what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm supporting big tobacco, which I always have loved doing. So,
I mean, they're doing well.
Yeah, and it's critical that I support them. Winston-Salem, shout out the boys down in Virginia. So, yeah, cigarettes, might become one of them. So, with the name Bill, I feel like I should.
All right. Well, we'll see how it goes,
Yeah, turkeys can't smell, and neither can trout. So, what difference does it make?
Well, yeah, it really seems like why wouldn't you?
Yeah. So
at this point.
Anyways, Bart, we should move on to you, because you actually accomplished something in the last week, unlike Ryan and I. So share with the folks.
Yeah, I guess. I would just lead it off with like, fucking cheers, boys! Like,
well done, sir.
Well done. Almost did it. I mean,
yeah, I'm still gonna take.
You mostly did it.
Yeah,
you were 99. How many boats were in that field, Adam?
Like 190.
Okay, so you were 180.
You have to math
90th of the way there, but regardless.
Yeah, so I lost to the guy who literally has won everything on that lake like the last 4 years.
Well,
I mean, those are good stats.
Yeah, so I'll take that. For people who are listening who maybe don't know what happened, I was down at a MLFLW, the Toyota Series Plains Division, had an event on Kentucky Barkley. It was the first major tournament that had been there since, I think it was like 2018 or 2017. It was since like the carp got really bad and kind of the fishing went downhill. So I think a lot of people were looking at it and they were curious what was going to go on. I was pretty excited for the event because I mean, there wasn't a lot of history there. The lake's changed a lot, so it's like a brand new lake, and it is. I guess what I ended up finding out is it's one of the best smallmouth fisheries I've been to in a long time. It is insane. Yeah, I mean, we can dive into a bunch of different stuff with it. It was, I mean, very honestly, it was probably like the best week of fishing and just best week in general of my life thus far. It was sick. Like, I don't really know how else to explain it. Like,
well, I guess kind of like just walk us through, like, I mean, we don't have to go into like everything, but I mean, so you got down there, how many days did you practice?
yeah, so I got down there. I drove down Friday night. I started practice on Saturday. Saturday, I caught.
Wait, before you do that, so like, for anyone that watched the weigh-in, they obviously know this or saw pictures. But so you went there to, well, did you go there to smallmouth fish, or you knew that was potentially a player there? Because that was
I
what you ended up
honestly
doing.
went there looking for largemouth.
Okay.
I told Griff that like there was this off chance I could get on what I ended up getting on.
Sure.
But like, you know, like you have an idea in your mind of like, oh, I could go catch spawning smallmouth, but like I didn't realistically think I was gonna find that. I went down there and I was like, dude, this is Kentucky Lake. Like, this is the land of you have to weigh 20 pounds of largemouth a day to do something. So I went down there and I looked for largemouth for kind of the first 2-ish days. I smallmouth fished quite a bit on Saturday too, but I didn't do any like spawning smallmouth stuff. I went cranking. I threw a swim bait, like threw a Carolina rig, like stuff like
Just
that.
kind of hunting.
Yeah, I caught fish. Like I caught fish. I actually caught a 4 1/4. So like I was like, okay, I'm catching a few fish, but Sunday I went largemouth fishing the whole day and it was awful. It was not good. And yeah, I was pretty defeated after Sunday. Like I kind of told Hahner this, and it's kind of cool how the whole week wrapped up, because I would say Sunday I was chilling in a hotel room by myself in Paris, Tennessee. If anyone knows where that is, like it's literally the middle of absolutely nowhere. There's no cell service. It's nowhere. And I had gotten beat up a lot in down south events over the last few years, and I'm sitting down there. I'm like, God, I'm not finding them again. Like, just kind of mentally getting anguished and destroyed. And you're like, what am I even doing this for? You know? And it's just cool how it came full circle, because then like the next day I went out and I started idling around, and I found one on a bed. I ended up finding one. I was fishing a rock pile looking at my 360, and all of a sudden I saw a little halo on my 360. And I was like, son of a bitch, is that a bed? And I threw at it, got bit, fish came up, jumped, tube came flying out. But like, I think anybody on the Tennessee River that day could have heard me scream, fuck yeah. And I literally just picked up my trolling motor, pulled out, and I went, this is what I'm doing. Like,
Well, that's because that's like one of your favorite things to do.
Yeah, it's something I'm really good at. I feel really confident at. And
oh god.
But I mean, from what you saw, like how many other people were doing that?
0.
Yeah, I mean
0. Oh, really?
Yeah, like I mean
0 out of 198.
Dude, like this is what's dead crazy, right? So I went down there, and it's kind of, I got to be careful about what I say here, because I think I might be able to win some stuff down there in the next few years. So,
God.
Here we go.
But
I knew this was going to be a pile-on.
But no, it was.
Well, don't tell everybody then.
No, I'm going to talk about it because it was really cool. But there, I got onto it and I started looking around the way we do kind of up north, I would say.
Okay.
And I started finding like a lot of people were fishing the bank, and I didn't. I stayed pretty far away from it, and I didn't see a soul for days, and I just kept finding fish. And like when the event started on Thursday, I had probably 160 fish located.
Because you
I
were
would
just
say.
marking beds.
Yeah, and I ran out to my first spot, and when I pulled up to it, I put my trolling motor down. I had my first bed I was gonna go to, and I just been shaking them off all practice after I caught like 8 or 9 of them, and they were all over 3 pounds. So I was like, I'm sure there'll be some smaller ones, but the average is good out here, so I'll just work through them. And I put my 360 down, and I like looked, and before I even got to my first waypoint, there were 3 new beds that had showed up, and I had 3 fish for 9.5 pounds in my live well before I even got to my first waypoint from practice. So I only ended up fishing 5 of the waypoints I had day 1, and rolled into day 2 being like, okay, I got 2 days to fish like 180 waypoints. Like, let's see what we can weigh here. And that's kind of what everyone's
plan B at all.
No, I had zero plan B. There was I had nothing. I knew that's what I was doing, and I just figured in my head, I was like, there's no way all these fish are gonna leave. And especially because it seemed like so many more were showing up daily. And like, dude, I had my co-anglers, like I told them what I was doing. Honestly, in the morning, I looked at them and I was like, I'm gonna be fishing bed and smallmouth. We can't see them, and I'm going to tell you where they are. Can you cast the other direction? And there's other fish pulling into here, and you're going to catch fish. And my day 1 made 2 casts and caught a 4 1/4 that was that was pre-spawn, pulling up to spawn. And then he ended up with 3. He lost like 5 of them.
But their limit is 3, right? I mean,
yeah. So, no, the limit's 5 in the Toyota.
Oh, so he didn't even weigh a limit
for the co's. It is.
Yeah, but he still was in like the top 30 with 3
So
fish.
you kind of said, "Hey man, fuck you. You get to fish out of the back of the boat. Don't cast at my fish."
Well, I mean, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
that's part of the game, right?
Yeah. Well, and I mean, yeah, that's kind of part of the game. I was like, this is what I told him, I was like, I just don't want you to accidentally catch one of them because like I know right where they are. I'm only casting right here. Like I'm not even casting in anything else.
Right, that's fair. I mean, you're right.
Were they at least like chill guys? Or
yeah, no, they were awesome about it. They were like, yeah, dude, that's fine.
So
well, and especially they were awesome about it because they made like 3 casts and like they catch one immediately. And I'm like, yeah, see, like there's
so it wasn't
fish
like
in the area. I'm not even targeting
one fish. I'd have casted right over your fucking head.
I know you would have, and guess whose trolling motor would have got picked up immediately, and we would have just started running to the solo beds I had in the middle of nowhere.
I would have just fucking dropped one of those big 1-ounce jig heads right over the top. You got to the bottom so fast, wham, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah,
20-pound fluoro. That's the bed rig there. 1-ounce tube, 20-pound fluoro. Get them in, get them out.
Yeah.
Don't even mess around.
But no, they were super cool. My day 2 had 0 fish day 1. And
so he was stoked on it, probably.
Well, day 2 he got in, and I told him and what we were doing, and he ended up finishing 26. He missed the day 3 cut by like an ounce. But he weighed 13-14 on day 2. Like he had more weight than like 160 of the boaters.
That's awesome.
My boat, just chucking around where I was.
That's pretty cool. That like what you're saying, Adam, is that these guys could just like kind of cast, like fan cast wherever and still catch fish.
Yeah, because there were so many piling into these areas. It was unbelievable.
Well, it's better than the guy just riding around in the back, just soaking a worm, just going, yep.
Yeah. Well, and they were busy all day because, mind you, I was catching like 40 to 60 of them. So they were just grabbing the net all day.
Yeah. Sounds like my job.
Yeah. So, oh, no, that was a good time. I mean, like, dude, it was good enough and the fishing was good enough. Like day 2, my for example, like I was trying to get some, I'll go back to this, but I was trying to get some good karma because I was like, I knew I was in the top 3, and I knew my bag was up to about 19 on day 2. And I knew I was going to be up there and have a shot to win. I was like, man, I need some good karma. And my had been talking about how he had a 15-inch line burner that he was worried if it was going to be able to weigh or not when we got in. And I looked at him and I was like, you want a 2-pounder? And he's like, yeah, I'd kill for a 2-pounder right now. Like just kind of casting. I was like, all right, cool. We'll go grab it. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I got a 2-pounder on a bed over there. I have marked. It's a break class in case of an emergency bed. And I don't think I'm going to need it tomorrow. I got about 90 other beds.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. So I pulled up my trolling motor, ran over there, went right up to it, pointed my trolling motor, like pointed my live at it. And I was like, right there. And he just threw at it, set the hook. I netted it. And it was like, okay, we can go now.
Well, that's good though.
Yeah, it was like
that's a stand-up move.
I was like, yeah, we'll go for the good karma there.
True. Well, good deal. That's pretty sweet that you have had that many fish at your disposal. That's pretty cool.
Dude, it was unreal. And it was one of those weeks where, like, me and Cody talked about this. It would be cool if he was here because he's had some big national events he's done well in, and he knows what I'm talking about. This was my first one, but, like, it was a week where anything I did went right. And like, you would randomly get these feelings or like gut feelings. And you were just like, whatever, I'll roll with it. And it always worked. And you could just do no wrong. And it was the coolest thing ever. Like, it was such a cool week. And just lit the fire even more. Like, just being like, okay, I can do this.
Right. Back in this thing.
It was fun watching with the boys too. Like, we had that group chat going, and just kind of seeing it go down was fun. I mean, you were sandbagging on us big time with the text, but that's all good.
Yeah, Adam, my brother texted me, I think after your second day, and he's like, dude, I think Adam's gonna win this. Like, and to be totally honest with you, like, I wasn't paying super close attention to it, but then after that second day, I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I think he might fucking win this thing. Like, me and Joe were, like, actively watching then on day 3.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe, like, I mean, I've been a part of the other side where, like, you're supporting someone down south and, like, they're doing good and you're cheering them on.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I can't believe how many people were, like, texting me and, like, the support that was there. Like, day 2 when I got off the stage, I had my phone in my pocket. And it just vibrated for an hour. Yeah. Like, literally just vibrated for an hour.
Yeah,
I was like,
cool.
What the heck? And like the moment when day 3, the winning moment when Jake won and I, walked off the stage, like for the next hour, my phone just like immediately just kept vibrating.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
No, I mean, I'm sure that was a cool moment, especially having like never really had that before.
Right.
Especially in a big one like that, had to feel pretty good.
Yeah, to perform at that level is pretty cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. It was really cool to do it on a fishery like dude, it was Kentucky fucking Lake.
Yeah, like a big place. Like that everybody knows it.
That is known, like it's Kentucky Lake, Gunnersville, like Lake Fork, somewhere known, and did it with smallmouth.
Yeah, and super good, dude. And like I hope you can keep it rolling. I mean, because you have another one coming up, right?
Yeah, when's your next derb? And then
So I was supposed to have a derby starting tomorrow. Actually, I was signed up for Chickamauga. So the way they do it is you have a division, and then you can pick one from their other divisions and get into a wild card division. So I'd picked Chickamauga since I was going to be down south. Being fully honest, I did not think I would be like in a day 3 with a shot to win before it. So when I got down to Chattanooga yesterday or the night before, like yesterday, I was rigging rods still at 10:30 in the morning. I was going to have like 12 hours of practice. And I found out the team trail on the river was going to be postponed. So I called them and they rolled my entry over to Lake Eufaula in 2 weeks instead. So I came back up north. I'll be up here until next Friday. And then I'm going to drive
so you just kind of swapped what you were going to do.
Yeah, and honestly, I love Lake Eufaula, so I've been there a couple times. I'm excited to get back down there. Last time I was there, my boat broke like 4 times, so hopefully
it's only up from there, right?
Yeah, it can only go up. And I mean, if it does, I know a great repair shop down there. The guys over at Georgetown Marine are great. They got a full fridge of Busch Light, and I'm sure they'll remember me when I come back in.
Good mechanic for sure. So
good deal. Yeah. Well, good job, man. Like,
nicely done, Bart.
For you, and it was fun to watch anyway.
Yeah, it was pumped. It was just so cool. There's no other way to say it. It's what you dream of, man. like
Yeah,
doing
well-
it forever.
Hopefully, you're telling that story about more places soon.
Yeah, that's a hope.
True.
Yeah,
Keep it
hopefully
going.
we can keep doing it.
So,
But yeah,
All right.
well, I mean, I could talk about it for like 8 hours,
know.
but
I
we'll
know,
move
I
on.
know.
to
I
other
know,
stuff.
Bart. We gotta chug this thing along.
but all
We're
right,
30 minutes in.
we'll kind of stay on that because we're going to talk right now about well, let's just jump. So the fantasy stuff that we've been kind of rolling through.
Yeah, do you guys want an updated point standings? Because I did
let's just take a look at that, and then we'll jump into the picks because this is a weird week because it literally is back to back. Like we literally just picked last week.
Did you guys get to watch Lake Murray much?
No, I didn't watch a second of it.
Did you get to see any of it?
I honestly, no. Well, no, I didn't watch any live because I was doing other stuff, and then I was watching the weigh-ins for Toyota Series. So I have no idea. I just kept checking in on the score.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I saw was social clips, and it just looked. I mean, it just talk about a lake that's got a ton of 4 to 5 pound largemouth in it. Holy shit!
Yeah, and like a lot of guys were catching them, like doing a lot of stuff. It looked like.
Yeah, it looked like you could catch them doing about everything. A lot of top water, like shad spawn, herring spawn, like a lot of just cool stuff going on. It looked like a really fun place.
But yeah,
yeah.
I was, to be fully honest, I didn't even look at it till at the end of day 2. And so I'm not going to sugarcoat it. My team pretty much crushed.
Yeah, dude, you fucked people up. You had a really good
I said last week that I was going to be totally gut shot with Paul Mueller, and that was the only pick that I had that was bad.
Old Paul couldn't quite do it for you.
Old Paul just was not on him. I think he got like 80th.
Old Dobbins Paul, man. Jeez.
But hey, I gave him a chance. I mean, he didn't.
He had his chance. His time is over.
So yeah, we could do like a score update thing. I will say that I did win this week, though.
What's the score? Adam, roll through the scores.
So, like we said before, we're doing golf scoring. So basically, instead of just the regular Bassmaster fantasy score, and you could hop in our group still if you wanted to, just Past The Barb. But instead of the regular Bassmaster fantasy score, we're doing golf scoring. So whoever takes first gets 1, second 2, whatever. And whoever has the lowest score at the end of the year wins. Highest score loses. So right now, Pink is in the lead with 4 points after 4 events. He has won every single one of them.
We're looking good right now.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Tied for second is me and Stolski with 11.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We're not last.
Yep.
Yeah,
so we need Pink's. We need the floor to drop out.
Where's Hahner sitting? Because I know he's kind of in trouble here.
Hahner is in trouble. He's in last with 14.
Yeah.
He has taken dead last in 3 of the 4 events.
Okay.
Well, hey, it's a long season.
It's a long season for sure.
Stolski actually ended up having a pretty good team at Murray too.
He did. He did. I thought he was going to beat me actually till the last day when they weighed in.
My strategy was just to pick all locals except for one Canadian, and I don't know how. How did Johnston end up doing?
I don't even know.
I am not sure.
He must have sucked. But I should have picked another guy from Carolina. But that was my strategy.
We'll go into our picks for this next week. The boys are on Santee Cooper. If people remember Santee Cooper from the past few years of Bassmaster, this is a big bass factory. There were a couple people that hit the century mark there last year. It's got a ton of freaks in it. I'm guessing the weights are going to be a little bit lower because I don't think it's going to be a spawn fest again. I think the spawn is kind of done in that part anyways. But it still should be very big bags. I would anticipate just because of the sheer amount of 4 to 6 pounders
big
in there.
Sacks.
Mind numbing.
So, and correct me here, Bart, if I'm wrong. So Santee Cooper, like when people talk about it, is actually that's not a lake; it's the place. So it's Lake Moultrie, and what's the other one?
It's Moultrie and oh shit, I should know this. I can't remember, but I remember Moultrie. I'll look it up quick.
Okay, but I mean that's like Santee Cooper's not a lake, so it's like that's just what this area is called. It's like a chain of 2 lakes, right? It's like connected by a river or something.
Yes, it's yeah, I'm looking it up right now. It's Marion and Moultrie.
Moultrie, yeah.
Marion's where it typically goes down. But yeah, they're enormous. And it's the the one thing about Santee Cooper, like talking to the guys who've been there, it is like one of the scariest places to drive a boat around.
Oh, really?
Because it's all shaved off gigantic cypress trees.
Awesome. So
And
there
they're
should
all
be some
about
lower
that
units
far
being
under the
replaced.
water.
To check out the Clearwater River.
Yeah. But
yeah, that'll be interesting to watch. I mean, I'm curious to like some of these places that have mega bigs, because I think I looked in last time they fished there, it took 105 pounds and change to win the elite event that was there in 2022 or 2020, whatever the last one was.
Yep, and then BP won one. Brandon Polnick won one there in the fall 2 years or 3 years ago.
Okay.
And he had like 80-ish. I could be wrong there. It was like 80 to 90 pounds in the fall, which is like hard.
Right. Yeah, no, it sounds like a crazy good place. And I mean, it sounds like people are going to catch him. It's not going to be skimpy by any means. So it should be kind of a shootout, which would be cool to watch. So yeah, I mean, we just want to get into it and see what.
Yeah, Pink.
Go through our picks.
Pink, do you want to go first since you get first in every single one, or should one of us go?
I'll go.
Ryan can go.
I'll go. So I felt like the picks that I had were solid. I have the only one that I was super concerned about is really my A bucket, but I'm kind of riding or dying with Cox here. So he's my boy right now, so I got to take him. So I'm going John Cox and then Luke Palmer. I got Brandon Polnick in there. I hope I don't live to regret that.
Yeah,
he's having a really uncharacteristically bad year right now.
He is, and I don't know what the deal is, but it's like the guy is good. So it's like hard for me to like not pick him, especially on a place where he's won before. Like he's done well there multiple times. So I don't know. I just feel halfway decent about it, but if it bites me, I'll be like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. So Caleb Kufal is my D, and then Brian New to round her out there.
Hammer.
I like it. Those are good picks. Okay, so I have bucket A. I have Patrick Walters. This is Patrick Walters' home lake. He's done very well here before. I'm hoping he can win one here. Be cool to see. But got him. Group B, I have the same as Pink, Luke Palmer. Luke Palmer's like the most consistent person in the Bassmaster Elite Series, and he almost won here last time. He only lost to Drew Cook because of bed fishing. So since I don't think it'll be bed fishing, it'll be cool to watch Luke there. Bucket C, I'm going with Jacob Porosnik. He's from the area, a good shallow water guy. Yeah, I think it'll be good to watch. And then bucket D, I'm going with Bradley Hallman. He's having a pretty rough year right now, but he's a shallow water, oaky hammer. He's just going to be flipping a jig all the time or flipping a BFE. So with the amount of shallow water and cypress trees there, I would imagine he'll do pretty well. Bucket E, I think a sneaky pick is a guy, Keith Pochet. He's a shallow water grinder as well, and he runs around in a tin boat, and he doesn't care if he gets it stuck or breaks it. And I think that's pretty important there because that can happen. So, yeah, he's from the bayou of Louisiana, so he'll get way back in some of those places. I'm sure he'll get some fish that no one else can go to. So that's who I'm going with.
Right on.
Okay, bucket A, I have Patrick Walters, same as Bart. It's his home lake, so you should pull it out. No. It's sort of a no-brainer.
It's a natural pick.
Bucket B, I wanted to have somebody from north of the Mason-Dixon, so I picked Austin Felix. I don't know how he'll do.
Felix almost won there in the fall event that Brandon Polnick won.
Even better? Had no idea.
Ring, bro.
I didn't know that, but that's good to know. Bucket C, I have Matt Robertson, the guy with the cool mullet. And he has Ugly Stick on his jersey, which I really like.
He only throws Ugly Sticks too, Will.
Does he actually fish with them?
He actually fishes them. Yeah, he fishes there. They have a premium brand. I can't remember what it's called. It's like $150 or $200 rod, and that's what he fishes with.
I didn't know he actually.
He lives
Dude
in a
is
trailer park in
awesome.
Kentucky, dude. He's awesome.
Oh,
He's a
that's
savage, dude. The guy is like
that's-
probably one of the most entertaining people on the whole
that's
thing.
awesome. Him and Fighter when they kind of get together, it's
my
just spectacular. Talk about cigarettes. We're coming full circle here. Bucket D, I have Jason Christie. And then in my bucket E, I have Brian New as well. Ryan, you had him as well.
I did.
Yeah.
Well
Local
done,
dude.
Bill.
Thanks.
That's a good lineup, Bill.
Yeah.
Thank
and I
you.
mean, Hahner's not here, but you probably don't want to hear his picks anyway. So
Yeah.
No, it does.
For the guy being an old FLW Tour pro and knowing a bunch of these guys, he's really bad at picking them.
I know.
Well, there you go. I mean, there's a lot of other previews to this tournament out there right now, but if you really want to get the real information,
if you want the real information, go listen to like Hella Bass or Serious Angler. But if you want the bar picks, we got you.
Yeah,
I will say,
cigarettes and mullets over here.
So I joined the Hella Bass one.
Yeah.
And like, I'm in second in the Hella Bass one right now.
Okay, so you're still doing pretty good.
Pink's like legitimately killing it in all Bassmaster fantasy.
To be fully honest, I joined like a bunch of groups because I was like, oh, whatever. Because like they give, like if you've never done this, like they give away stuff. Like you can win like things.
If you're the overall winner from like Rapla or whoever sponsors it, Tackle Warehouse, you win like thousands of dollars of gear.
So right now, because it gives you like, if you go to your My Team page, it tells you like where you rank amongst everybody in the whole thing.
Yeah, what's your percentile?
99.8%. And my current rank is number 53.
In all the country?
In all of fantasy fishing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! You could very well win this.
Like we're going to the top, boys.
Like,
oh my god,
we might be able to
we
might be able to give away a prize package to the listeners.
Yeah, dude. Who knows? Like sky's the limit.
We just need to name the group Beat Ryan Pinkalla.
That's incredible, Ryan. So I mean, you have a legitimate chance.
Yeah.
I mean, 90. What'd you say? 99th percentile.
99.8 is where
he's
it's
53rd overall. Like we're talking over 10,000 people or something in it.
Dang, dude.
dude.
Okay.
I mean, hey, we got a lot of season left, but
a lot of season left, a lot of ups and downs.
I'm just gonna trust the old gut on this one.
Dang, players, that's awesome. Holy shit! All right. Well,
what do you guys have for your weight? We'll just go through that quick too. You guys got a weight down?
Yeah, I think I had big eyes on this, but I went 102.10.
Okay, I like that. They could break the century mark again.
I need to adjust mine because I didn't realize this was such a slugfest hammer factory. So I think I had like 80 something, but I will adjust. So.
It could be that. It could be post-spawn.
Yeah. So the last time they had a spring tournament, granted, it was in March. I think it was 105 and change won it. And I think there was two bags over 100 in that tournament, and then like obviously it went down like significantly.
They had just started pulling up when they got there last time, if I remember right.
What was yours, Adam?
I think I have 94.7.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But I don't think 80s would be bad, like upper 80s, because it could be a post-spawn event, fish are thin and just not really biting well.
Right. It could go either way.
And they just, it could be 104-pound bag, but they're post-spawn. So,
I mean, the last tournament they had was like mid-March, so this will be like a month later.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
It'll be interesting to see. Very interesting to see. But there's our dive into the Sandy Cooper event. It should be a good one. And yeah, Bass has been doing a great job this year. Their coverage is awesome. If you guys kind of wanted to get into tournament bassing and watch it, Bass does an awesome job.
Yeah, the live coverage has been really fun to watch, actually. I mean, there's a few of their commentators that are a tough listen, but hey, we're getting through it.
Not everybody can be as good as us.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we're for sale for sure.
I mean,
absolutely. We can be
money talks. Yeah.
But for our next segment, we're gonna go back to one we haven't done for a little while now. We're gonna go to Geared Up, segment Ryan kind of came up with. Ryan, you want to dive into it?
Yeah. So basically, we're just gonna go through. I mean, we all do a lot of like outdoor related things. Just pieces of gear that we found to be either really good or helpful or super shitty. stuff that you shouldn't get. But we all have experience with lots of equipment, so we're just gonna go through kind of. We just got like one thing basically. But if you're looking to maybe like add something to your gear, or
If you're looking
or
to
whatever,
gear up,
or you're looking to gear up, this is it.
This is it.
This is your spot. So
this is geared up.
this is geared up. Get ready, boys.
I can lead it off, Pink. I got one that's shitty that I
Ooh,
kind of thought.
Yeah,
of.
let's lead off with a
Okay,
shitty
let's
one.
lead off with a bad one. Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily want to throw the company under the bus, but the
Nope.
product
You
in
have
general
to. Under the
sucks.
bus.
You have
That's
to
the rule.
because it's shit.
Okay. Graph glass.
Graph glass.
Graph glass, they call it. So it's basically protective
Graph glass.
screen covers that you can get for like your Helixes or Solixes or Lorances or Garmin's, whatever. It's like
So screen protector for your phone.
like
but
a screen
for your
protector
graph.
you put on your phone. You can put them on graphs.
Sure.
They all
Okay.
suck. Like
Because
they're
I'm
all
going to tell
terrible.
you, on paper,
don't get
this
them.
sounds like a great idea.
It's a
does,
good
yeah.
idea in theory, but then you put
Mhm.
them on and your graphs are in the sun so much, like the shade that hits them, if they get any little nick in them, and like you're wearing sunglasses looking through that other thing, like, dude, it just darkens your screen so much, and it's not worth it. Like I put them on my boat when I first got my Triton a few years ago. I had them on for 2 days and I just pulled them off. I've seen other people who put them on and they pulled them off. There's a reason you don't see a lot of people running them.
So
They're
graph
just
glass
not very
sucks.
beneficial. They're like $100-$200 too. And I know everybody who spends big dollars on new electronics looks at getting them. I'm here to tell you, you don't need them.
They
Just
suck.
So
take care of your graphs.
where do you stand on just leaving the factory plastic sticker on the screen instead?
I peel them off, but I have seen people leave them on. Like if you don't have a touch screen like a Helix,
Yeah.
I've seen people leave them on for a long time.
Just wait till they're flapping in the wind, you know?
Yeah, and I mean you can do that, but I mean really you don't really need them. And like I don't know, I wipe my graphs off every 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, I mean those things are meant to get used. I mean, my God, you spend that much money on them, you know.
Yeah, I do like it sucks because of like somebody obviously like paid for that and it's busted, but like it's kind of satisfying to see like one that's like blown out from a tungsten hitting the screen on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and that's the thing too. They advertise with these things that they're like shatterproof and shit. And it's like, dude, if you drive a half ounce to an ounce tungsten into a graph, there ain't any protective
you should
cover
try
you're
it.
putting on it that's stopping it.
Well, like on a hook set, it's essentially just a bullet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see like, you know, that's definitely gonna take down the old Helix probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be my one. I know we've done a lot of good stuff that it's like you should buy, but here's one that I've
That's
thought
good
of
though.
that
I
you
mean,
should
thanks
not
for-
buy.
So yeah,
Good to let the
graph
people know.
glass, get your life together because
Graph glass sucks.
you heard it here first.
Well, PTB exclusive.
Hopefully they weren't trying to sponsor us, dude. 'Cause
Yeah, I know. We just get
Wow.
inundated with sponsorship offers. One at a time, please, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that was good though, Bart. It was good to get one.
Yeah, no, I
negative
like
one out of
that.
the
I
way.
like that. So do you currently, obviously you don't have them now, right? But you did.
Yeah, I had them before, but I took them off after 2 days, and I've never even thought of using them again. Like,
Complete
I don't know.
junk.
Like I
What are these
originally
things run?
got
What are
them
these, like,
for like
50
I
bucks?
spent big
He said
money
they're like
on new
$200
graphs, and I didn't want them to
200?
break. Huh?
They're $200.
Yeah, they're like $100 to $200. Yeah, I can look it up, but
God,
Wow.
terrible.
Graph glass. Get
You
it
know what?
together,
Graph
boys.
glass. Just
Wow.
that's yeah.
Tighten up.
Makes me want to puke. That's good though. All
Let's
right.
get them on here.
Yeah, let's grill them.
We gotta
Q&A
sort
time.
this out. All right, Bill, what you got?
I've got something that I think can be used for a multitude of things, not just fishing, not just hunting. So if you go to your local, I don't know, kind of a sort of farm supply store, farm and ranch. Out here it's Murdoch's, but you could find these at Fleet Farm, I bet, or Farm and Fleet for those of you in Wisconsin, or whatever. They make these rubber feed buckets. So like a 12-quart bucket made out of sort of heavy duty rubber.
Okay.
They are awesome because they're much heavier than like a plastic bucket, like a 5-gallon bucket. They're heavier, so they don't blow over in the wind. And I use one. I don't know if anybody listening to this has a drift boat. I kind of doubt it, but if you do, I use it to set my anchor in, and it's really nice because you don't have to detach your anchor every time you take your boat out of the water. But I also use it for like a trash can in the boat. They're sweet. So yeah, these rubber feed buckets in the 10 or the 12 quart. I think it's just good to have one on you. Keep it in your pickup or in your boat. They're nice.
I'm scoping them right now.
Yeah, because
like
they're not plastic. They're rubber, so they're heavy and they don't. They don't blow over in the wind. They're a sweet little purchase, and they'll run you about $20. So
and they don't break if you drop them. Right.
Exactly. And you can throw an anchor in there. You throw whatever you want in there, and they'll stay sturdy. So that's kind of my gear pick.
Does the one you have like handles on it, or like what's
it does? It has a singular handle like it would on a 5-gallon bucket. But yeah,
I like that. I don't have that, but I think that I should have that.
They're sweet. Like just even in the back of your truck, just to throw like empty beer cans in, I mean, it's just something to have on you. Yeah, they're nice. So, yeah. Rubber feed bucket, I guess would be my
Get
pick.
you some, bro.
10 or 12 quart is a nice size. Anything bigger than that, I don't think you need it, but
yeah. Okay. Well, you heard it here first. That's a firsthand. I mean, you're a user.
I'm an active user, and some dudes at the fly shop turned me on to it, and they're like, yeah, like stop taking your anchor off every time you take your boat out of the water and just use one of these, and then you can use it as a garbage. It's like, oh, these are awesome. I bought 3 of them the next day.
What other things have you used it for? Unintended perfect uses.
Unintended uses, the garbage bucket in the boat has been really nice. I have one in the back of my pickup that serves as also a garbage bucket, but then too, I've realized that I can just use it as sort of in a pinch if you don't have a cooler and you happen to run into somewhere that has ice, you just dump some ice in there and throw your beers in there. It's like a beer bucket.
Yeah.
I think I'm just beginning to learn the uses of these things, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So
we are joined by Cody Hahner.
Hello.
Cody, how was the pour?
How's the pour?
Yeah.
It was thick, rich concrete.
Viscous,
awesome.
Huh?
Like DQ doesn't have anything on that one.
Oh,
they need to add some water to that.
And the vibration, perfect.
Perfect. A lot of vibratory
action on top, immaculate.
You just got her to settle right in, huh?
Oh, beautiful. If you looked at these light poles, you'd be looking at, I wouldn't say Picasso, but maybe Michelangelo.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well done. Hey, so we kind of discussed before the little mishap last week. How are things going, with the schnoz?
I don't know if you can see.
It's looking better, bro.
It is looking better, but my chin has definitely got some work to be done on that front. Was not a great experience. Let's say that. I left you guys early.
Oh my god!
Damn near was like a quad fisherman.
Quadriplegic.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. But what have you all been talking about?
We're going through geared up. So
okay.
Bill was just finishing up talking about his. I gave the first ever geared up review of something you should not buy that's shitty. You would probably agree with this, Cody. I said graph glass.
Yes, 100%. It doesn't matter.
I was explaining it to them. I'm like, it's such a waste of money. It's so shitty.
Total trash.
So our stance now
I can say this because I know the owner. Like he's a good friend of mine.
Oh, really? We just got a dog.
Wow. Okay. Well, good thing.
Oh Hope he doesn't listen.
No, he won't listen.
Literally our
he is a
number one fan.
professional fisherman, though.
Oh boy.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, super cool dude. Love him to death. But like that idea, like it's sold, but sold in a way. I think,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all on the same page here. You know, craft glass, no good. And then old Billy dropped us with a rubber feed bucket as being the next big thing here.
A
12
rubber
quarter
feed bucket. What it
12
like? Explain that to me.
12 quart or the 10 quart. Picture like a plastic bucket, but made out of heavy duty rubber. So it doesn't tip over, it doesn't break. They're just nice to have on hand. I encourage everyone to run to Fleet Farm or Farm and Fleet or Murdoch's and pick one up, because I'm serious. You guys keep one in the back of your truck, you'll be like, dang, I wish I had this thing earlier. But yeah, they're awesome. Just a nice piece to keep around.
Yeah, I think you influenced enough people here. I mean,
It's worth the $20.
Yeah, I believe it.
All right, Pink, what do you got?
So mine is a little less versatile, I will say. It's kind of a niche thing. So if you are, if you're into archery, you got a bow, the tight spot quiver, I have found to be one of my favorite pieces of gear for like an add-on to a bow. So put your arrows on the side, hold them super secure. It actually has like adjustable little fingers for like tightening how tight it holds the arrows in there.
Ooh.
But so far I actually have one right here. This guy right here. It's kind of a longer situation, a little longer guy, but it's got these little grippers that you can adjust how tight it holds it. So if you're one of the guys that's brush busting a lot, you can
I like that.
crank it down so they're like almost impossible to get out.
I have lost a few arrows out of my quiver, so that'd be
So
slick.
I've tried quite a few different ones, but that one is by far the best that I've ever used, and it's like these like little sticks, or carbon fiber. It's pretty well put together deal. They're not cheap. They're like $150 probably.
Oof.
But
Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
But I'm going to tell you right now, it's well worth the money. And I've also bought all the ones that I've bought and used for like $60. So,
okay.
Shop around. But
are you cruising like Facebook Marketplace for those, or eBay, or where's the spot for a
both, dude? I think Marketplace is the move though, because as soon as you message a guy, you can usually get a deal on it like early.
Oh yeah,
say, hey, deal. Man, trying to get rid of that thing because like $60 cash right here.
Let's get this unloaded. Well, that's a good one, Ryan. Yeah, I think I've seen those before, but I don't actually know anybody that has a first-hand account, so that's good.
Yeah, I've put them on a couple bows now, and like I don't know why I would buy a different one. It's definitely my favorite one, and they just work. Like it's one of those things. It just works, Like
it's
you
sort
never
of
had
like
issues.
It's like the anti-graph glass.
It is. Like like this quiver is essentially like graph glass. Like if it was good.
Yeah, that's
like what this is.
What everything graph glass wants to be is what is it called? Tight spot quiver.
Tight spot quiver. Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
There you go. Hahner, do you have anything for geared up or no?
I do have one. And this is a shot out of the dark, but so people always knocked on this because are the acoustics better in here or worse?
It's like equally bad.
Equally
just different bad.
All right, let me step outside.
Now he's just frozen.
I hope there wasn't another pool out there.
Might be a slip inside.
He might be. Oh, there he is.
Oh, we got you.
Yeah. Wow. Eagle River, man.
Eagle River. We're just battling.
It's a constant grind.
Oh, he's back.
There he is. There he is. Okay.
Yeah. That's
okay.
Good. Yeah.
So I can't go outside. So I would say my biggest geared tip that people probably don't use just because they laugh at it is the banjo minnow. I am not joking, dude. I've talked about it before.
Yes,
about it
we
again.
talked about it in length.
And it is, if you're a muskie or pike angler, I'm not saying it's a bass bait. It's not. But for muskies or big pike, that bait is phenomenal. I mean, Larry Dahlberg
True.
got stoned as shit and made his own version, Mr. Wiggly, and catches the crap out of big muskies and big pike on the thing. It's an amazing bait. Absolutely amazing.
So I mean, if you're going expert level here, I mean, like what size? What size are you
Yeah, what size works for the muskies?
talking?
I like the biggest size
several models
of
here.
the banjo minnow.
The big boy.
Okay.
The biggin, the big boy.
The hog snatcher.
Yeah, the the Mr. Wrangler.
I'm going in. I'm going in right now. Buy now.
And no, that bait, like in certain situations, like that thing absolutely catches. If you're a muskie or a pike angler, there's certain places that bait cannot be outdone. And I am not joking. I wish I was joking, but I'm not joking in this certain scenario because it's so like TV, personality. By now, the genetic response of the banjo minnow.
I mean, their slogan is "Catch more fish even when they're not hungry."
Yeah,
there you go.
It's a genetic response.
It forces them.
they have to.
Them to eat it.
Mm-hmm. It's borderline, like, yeah.
Oh, it's super cringe. It's super.
So how many of these do you believe you own?
Probably 3.
Okay, so I mean, like you're building an arsenal.
It's not easy to get them.
No, there is that.
No, it's not. But I will say, like in certain scenarios, like around, like I probably had exclaimed in great detail, around like dam areas or like tight quarter fishing where you need a lot of action. That bait absolutely wrecks them. Better than anything.
All right,
if you're a pike angler,
let me just give people a snippet here. A little snippet.
How easy it is to create the lifelike movement of a real live minnow. Triggering genetic response is all in your hands. And it comes in this complete 110-piece fishing system, which includes the all-new Banjo 006 minnows in 6 spectacular colors and 3 different sizes. These new minnows feature holographic iridescent diamond flash foil that shines like a beacon to call fish from a distance. Also, are the new glow-in-the-dark firefly minnows for fishing at night, in the shadows, or in deep dark water. The only
no, he said exactly what I was about to say.
Now with swim cuts that allow.
Oh shit! It has swim cuts now, dude. It's over,
dude. It's on another level.
Forget about it.
No, that's totally it.
No, I know.
Oh, perfect. All righty. Well,
all right,
we will
boys.
move
I gotta cut out a little bit early tonight, but I'm glad I could be here for the banjo talk again.
I think that's a good place to just.
But I gotta bail. I'm trying to sell some shit on Facebook Marketplace actually right now, and a guy's gonna look at it. So
good luck, Billy.
We shall see you next week.
We'll see you, Bill, and the show will go on with the rest of us. All right, so we're moving on to so we're gonna get into what in the world is going on. Pink, what do you got here?
Okay, so I'm
gonna be honest, you might be the only one with something here.
Okay, I'll keep this one short because I could really get into this, but I'm not going to. Just because it's we need to go down the rabbit hole of this. So anyway, predator hunting. I know me and Stolski got into this one day pretty heavy. It's very controversial, so we don't really want to get into that because we're not super knowledgeable on the subject. But this is kind of a funny / sad, whatever. So, okay, Connecticut is a state, obviously. So, yeah, you can Google it. It's real. So Connecticut has a bunch of bears over there. Okay. They're very like anti-bear hunting though. So they just like passed, like through their legislature or whatever, they had this bill that was going to allow like bear hunting in Connecticut. And like it was very like opposed or whatever. So a month after they like shot that down and were like, no bear hunting, this lady gets attacked by a bear. And they've been having like bear attacks and encounters like where they just come into people's house like constantly now, since they said people aren't allowed to hunt bears in Connecticut.
Oh my God.
Is it like they think it's their den? Because I don't know. I've seen like videos of where they'll den underneath people's houses and stuff.
Dude, I think it might be that or stuff like that. But essentially, so there's like a super long article about this. You can read it, but it's like all these people that are super opposed to hunting in the state of Connecticut that were like opposed to this bill because they were like, well, not enough people hunt. Like, why should we have a season or whatever? And now they're having all these issues with bears coming into people's houses and like attacking people. But then every time a bear like does that, they shoot it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I mean,
but no bear hunting.
No, but as soon as it attacks somebody, they're like, kill it. I mean, duh.
In a way, they're the government is literally shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, it's just like a stupid situation, and it's like, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna say whether or not they should have this bear hunt, but people shouldn't be like surprised that there's like a shit ton of bears. But they're like, and it's Connecticut, so they have like it's just black bears there. But like some of these are like big, dude. Like the one they said they shot in April, they shot a 400-pound black bear.
That's a big black bear.
In like I don't know, it went like in somebody's house or something. So they blasted it.
Could you imagine a 400-pound black bear just walking into your kitchen?
And you're just sitting on the couch.
It's like a big raking.
They just show up in there. I don't know. It just seems weird, right? Like, I mean, I get that there's like people that don't hunt or like anti-hunting or whatever, but then because you hear this all the time, like it's not just bears, it's like other animals too, that it's like people are like, save all of those. And then as soon as there's like any conflict, they're like, shoot them, just kill them. It's like the same people. Like, I don't get it, dude.
Yeah.
But anyway, Connecticut, latest victim of bear attacks out there.
I gotcha. Hahner, do you have anything for what in the world's going on or not? If you don't, it's no big deal because I totally don't because I've been off the grid for a week.
I'm trying to think of something off of.
I do have plenty to contribute to the next segment.
All right.
Let's just go to it because this is a segment we haven't done in a long time.
Yeah, so we got our next segment is notes on your phone. So with this segment, we've been trying to do a better job of it, but making notes on your phone of when you're on the road or doing things, of random things that occur and thoughts in your mind of things that are going on. A lot of mine have to pertain to my last week and a half on the road in Kentucky, but I think you guys will appreciate them. I just got to find them here.
Yeah, dish us a couple saucy ones right off.
Okay, so first one, I drive down south and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay in Murray, Kentucky for the night. I drove to 3 hotels and there was 0 plugs in any of the parking lots for my boat.
You gotta know the right one.
So what did you do? What was the plan B?
Well, then that's gonna lead into my next note on my phone. Fantastic. So that goes into the next one. I stayed at the Fish Trap in Paris. Hahner, I think you've been there before, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a super cool little lodge actually. But I called there at 8:59 and it closes at 9 and it's like owned by this family and ran by this family. Mm-hmm. And basically this lady was like, yeah, when are you going to be here? I was like, probably 9:30. She's like, all right, cool. I'll meet you at the front desk. And she comes down and she was just like, it was a Friday night. She was pretty blitzed and they were having a birthday party at the house up the street. So she had just came down there to like check me into the hotel and everything. But yeah, Yeah, that was funny. This place, if you haven't been to the Fish Trap, it's super cool too.
It is.
Like you go in and it's a bait shop / a hotel resort, you know, and the whole lobby you look around and there's fishing jerseys, signed people, everything all the way around it.
Oh,
It's
that's kinda
really
sick.
cool.
Yeah, it's got like Van Damme and Skeet Reese jerseys from back in the day, and it's super.
Nice. Dude, I will say though, like that's one thing. I mean, if like obviously since you fish tournaments or people that have traveled to do it don't realize like finding somewhere to plug your boat in is like not that easy all the time.
No, it is a super big problem.
Like, dude, I remember like in some of the college ones that we stayed in. Well, in lacrosse, we maybe just like slept by the bridge with Hahner, but
Yeah.
but when we actually made it to like the last
But
day of the tournament, we got a hotel room. But I remember like where we'd like take the screens out of the window to like throw an extension cord down into the parking lot from the room, just to like plug in.
Yeah. I always enjoyed the phrase, "Oh, where are you staying?" Well, I'm staying at the Holiday Inn. No, I'm staying there. I'm not. I don't have a room, but I'm staying there. Yeah,
dude, I remember like multiple occasions where it was you and Mark and me and Kaysen, and we just literally slept in the parking lot under the bridge with all the homeless people drinking beer all night.
Yes. They became great friends.
Yeah. No plugs there either, by the way.
Contact anything, but they were great guys.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, I'm glad you figured it out though, Bart. You didn't.
Yeah, I found a place to
dead
plug it.
Batteries on the side of the road.
The next one I have is everybody is obsessed with Cajun food in the South. Like you just want to go eat somewhere. If it's a Cajun restaurant, it's loaded every night. It's so hard to get a seat.
Yep.
Well, did you get one or what?
Yeah, but I didn't order. I just ordered a burger or something and went home
God.
and went to bed.
Bart goes down south to a Cajun restaurant and gets a burger. I love it.
Dude, I was exhausted. I didn't want to explore.
Well,
Plus, I didn't know. Dude, here's the thing. I don't want to explore new foods when I have to be on the water for 14 hours the next day.
New foods.
Should just, get the, something good. A little jambalaya, a little,
I told
crawfish.
Like, tone it back from the brashness. I'm going to tone it back. That is bullshit. Why did you not get a crawfish boil or something?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but do you want a crawfish boil in Tennessee or Kentucky, or do you want it in Louisiana?
Well, I don't know. You were in Tennessee and Kentucky, so it seems like that would have been a good place.
I mean, that's fair. But
Hahner,
you've been around. You'd probably rather have one in Missouri, like Mississippi or Louisiana, right?
Like I've had them in.
Here's the deal. I think it'll be good anywhere.
I've had them in Georgia. I've had them in Louisiana. But the thing is that I found out they all get them from the exact same place in Louisiana.
Same crawfish.
Get some crawfish.
Plus, Bart, you were smallmouth fishing. If you would have added some crawfish to the mix here, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, maybe I would have won.
No, you guaranteed would have won.
I'm not saying you would, but I guess we'll never know.
No. I do. I still haven't. I have two more.
Keep her going.
So this one's kind of interesting. It's a little bit of a story too from that event down there. But so day 2 of the event, I wake up in the morning to pouring rain, and sitting in third, and I'm like, okay, I need to get there because they're putting media stuff in my boat. And I got to do interviews and shit. I walk out to my truck, and my tire is to the rim flat on my truck.
On the truck.
On my truck.
Oof.
And I'm like, fuck. And of course, like, I need to leave right then to get there because I didn't go look at my truck or anything. I just got my stuff ready. Everything was ready. I just needed to hop in because it was pouring, and I knew it was going to be pouring. So then what we ended up having to do was we took my boat off my truck, and there was a co-angler staying with us. So we used his truck, but his plug-in didn't work. So
the
we were
lights?
staying for the lights. So we were staying right by a boat ramp at Moore's.
Oh, so you ripped it.
So we go back it in down there, and I had to drive in the pitch black on Kentucky Lake in the pouring rain on day 2 down lake to go check in and get my media stuff and everything. So I was already soaked by the time we were taking off.
And how many miles is that? Or how far did you have to run?
Probably 6, 7
6
miles. What do you think, Connor, from Moore's? 6, 7 miles?
Yeah, I would say like 5 to 7.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's somewhere in there.
So
But the
was
biggest
this the
thing is
same
too,
tire?
so there's a secondary channel there that you run. None of the buoys have lights on them, and none of them are marked on your chip. So you're just running in the black, and you're like, God, I hope I don't hit a buoy. But yeah, so I had to do that. But then the cool part was, so we were staying, with a bunch of guys and everything. One of the guys there, Justin, his buddy Matt came with, and he just was hanging out for the week and everything. He just liked to travel with and hang out with the boys and have beers. And before I left, he was like, dude, give me your AAA cards and your keys. Like, I'll get it taken care of while you're gone. And I was like, really? Dude, I got back. My truck tire was perfect. And my truck was parked waiting for my boat to get hooked up after I dropped that 19 sack. And he
That's
was like,
awesome.
yeah, dude, I drove it into the garage, jacked it up, got the tire off, took it to the tire shop. Valve stem was broke. That's all it was. So they got that fixed, got it back up and put it back on. But it was honestly awesome. Like, major shout out to Matt and Justin. But because I got back and I had a late check-in that day, so I didn't even get back until like 7 o'clock. So I was able to just go get gas and fill up and stuff.
Was this the same tire that you had the pistol casing in Boston?
I don't think so. I don't know because my tires got rotated since then.
All right.
So I don't know if it was the same one. I don't think it was though.
It would have been a better story if it was.
It would have been a better story. I literally did look at it though, and I was like, motherfucker, that plug finally broke.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. I was like, yeah, I mean, it was about time.
It was due, yeah.
But for the record here, we are going on now, driving to Maine. They're driving back from Maine to Grand, Oklahoma and back, and to Kentucky and back. And Griff's patch job on a bullet casing in my tire is still holding.
Well done, Griff.
I mean, just
you need a tire patch, call him. He's your guy. Forget the shop. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. And not to do with the tournament down south, but just a note on the phone. Notable people for events for the summer. Hahner, you'll like to hear this.
Perfect.
Ryan Pinkalla and I signed up for a Tuesday night bass league.
Let's go.
Yes, we did.
Pink is coming out of retirement.
The dream team.
Bush lights and bass.
Time, yeah.
But no, that should be fun. Pink, are you excited? You haven't done that in a while.
I am. Yeah, no, I've only fished a couple here and there in the past few years, so it'll be nice to do more of like a schedule and try to just, get her going. I'm stoked. I mean, like, it's local, which is nice, so it's not like we got
it's small lakes, everything. Like, it won't practice really or anything. We're just gonna go fishing, but it'll be fun to do after work on Tuesdays throughout the summer.
Yeah, we'll bang them out. I'm stoked. Get out there and we'll get her going. I have a lot of faith in us. Lots of faith.
Yeah.
But there'll be plenty more to update on that as the season gets going.
Yes, exactly. But that is it for my notes on my phone. Does anyone else have notes on their phone from the past weeks?
Let's see here. I know I got some stuff. All right, let's see. Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. I know I sent you guys this in the Snapchat. I just thought it was great. So I'm at work, right? Per usual. And this is last week. So I have interns that work with me, whatever. So Thursday I get an email. I know I snapped this to a lot of people. So yeah, these are like college age, individuals, that type of thing. Just happened to be Thursday, April the 20th, that was just a day that they just couldn't make it in, just feeling a little under the weather, if you will, on on a day that has been pretty well established as being a day where people are feeling a little under the weather, if you know what I'm saying.
Are you talking about the weed day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you got an email for a day off. I was feeling sick on 420.
Yeah. I got the I'm needing a personal day today email at about 6 a.m. on 420. It's like you couldn't have just told me yesterday you weren't coming.
Did you give them the day?
Well, I don't care. They don't even have to show up if they don't want. I don't care. But like the best is like, because in like the subject line of an email, like most people would have put like out sick, something like that. All it said, it was just an email from this person, and it just said 4/20 personal day. That's it. It's just like, have fun. Yeah. All right. So that was good. It got me laughing. I sent it to like a bunch of people. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I remember seeing that when I was down south, and I got a good laugh out of it.
Yeah. So, and then this one was just like, I don't know, a general observation that I was literally like laughing out loud about. So there's a Walmart by my house that is like, wow. Okay. And it's like, I feel like if you needed anything for this segment, you could just go to Walmart. But so I go there the other day, and so like, they have like all the like groceries and stuff. There's a spot in there where it's like all whatever, like spaghetti sauce and shit like that. And somebody had like smashed one on the ground, right? Like one of those glass like things. So, okay. Like most of the people that like work at Walmart, not saying there's anything wrong with working at Walmart, but it's like the people that work there, like a lot of them suck at what they do. And I don't know why that is.
Well, they suck at most of the things that they do. That's why they're working at Walmart.
That could be. So this was just like an interesting use of effort, I'll say. So we got this smashed spaghetti sauce here on the floor, right? And so the first person comes up that like works there, right? Just walks up and is just like looking at it. And I'm like in the like other end of the aisle, just kind of like watching this go down. First person like walks up in there and is looking at it, just like, like, this is a big problem here. Like, I don't know what we're going to do about this. And then just like standing there, just giving it a once over, and then just walks away entirely. Just like, no, not even going to deal with this. So then the next person comes, totally different person, walks around the corner and is like shocked that this thing is sitting here. So then they leave. And now I'm kind of like getting personally invested because I'm like, I kind of need to know how this plays out. And so the next person comes and they just put some cones around it. Okay. Like warning you that, this is an issue here. So then they leave, never to return. And then the next person comes, totally different employee, right? Sees like that there's these cones here, doesn't like the cones that are there, removes them, installs different cones with a guy that's like falling down on them.
For sure.
So you would know that you might slip here.
Obviously.
General, soccer type cones, not sufficient in this situation. Only to be replaced by the guy slipping down cones. And then this is what gets me. So then someone that looks a little more official shows up to this whole, and now mind you, I'm like shopping. So I'd like go do something. And then I'm going to walk by again to like see what the progress is here. And so now we got like the manager shows up, like he's got a different color vest on than everybody else.
Yeah. He's got the watch out. I could be in danger. He's got the,
and he had a really big button, like this big, which I assume is dominant in some form.
That's dominant at Walmart. Yeah.
That's like a Warzone badge.
Yeah, for sure. Like he's been through it, dude. And so this guy comes up, says, no, this is not good enough. Removes all the cones and then just proceeds to boot wipe the entire shit under the shelf on the bottom, removes the cones and just walks away.
That is incredible.
And I was there for it all. And this all progressed into like a solid 20-minute time span that I had. I mean, I had all the things I went there to get, but I was just like, it just keeps getting better every time I walk by. So I stayed in Walmart for an additional probably 20 minutes just to see this happen. And long story short, that pile of glass is probably still sitting under that shelf right now.
It will never be removed.
No. But I mean, like they had like,
no one will know it's there until that Walmart burns to the ground.
4 to 5 different people surveyed this situation and just were like
thinking about what needed to be done.
Yeah.
And they're like, absolutely not. I am not the person to get that done.
This is above my pay grade. No doubt. No doubt.
That is not my job.
So yeah, no. It was like an impressive display of just like, I don't know, work ethic, I would say, is really what it came down to there.
Pathetic?
No. They were just calculated in their decision making, I think.
Okay.
But now I know, they have access to multiple kinds of cones at Walmart for the severity of a situation. And there must be a training day in which you understand which one you're supposed to deploy in a situation like this.
It's good to know that.
Yeah. So, but if you do break something, just kick it under the cabinet and just save everyone the hassle now.
Oh God. Ryan, you got anything else? Cody, you got any, or are you good?
I guess I have one realization to this part of our job that we do. And for people that don't understand or have never been on a job site, like the best way to describe this certain portion of the job, man, it's like storming the beaches of Normandy. You are in the jungles of Vietnam. Like, all it is a fucking war zone out there. You've got the loudest clanking and eruptions of noises, and then you walk out and it's just mounds of dirt, like you're hiding behind. You're in the trenches in like World War One. You're like sneaking out like a sniper's about to fucking pop you.
and it's raining, of course.
Raining or snowing, it's muddy, it's gross. Your boots have been wet since like 5:30 in the morning. All you hear is boom, bah! And you hear bah, 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 like a helicopter is going off, but that's just the pounder that pounds the ground down. But you're like, that's the last helicopter out of Vietnam. Jesus Christ, get back on it. You're like, Jesus, mother. Like the PTSD that must go through with some of these like 75 to 80-year-olds that are still working a site has to be astronomical. Astronomical. I mean, it looks like the Battle of Gettysburg out there.
It is wicked when they got it all blown out, dude. Those are like my favorite. When I'm on those, I always send you those snaps, dude. When I'm like, look at this shit.
It is depressing.
Oh my God.
And
it's just like, brutal.
Yeah, you'll be like digging a trench or whatever, and you're down in the bottom of it, and I have my shovel, and I'm like, where's he at? Like it is for people who have never been like in close proximity to one of those. It sounds exactly what I imagine a war zone is like. because there's guys screaming at each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
People fighting with each other. They're like, you motherfuckers, that wasn't on the job description. And then boom.
and you're just gripping onto your shovel, just hoping.
Like zone 152, fire when ready. Fire when ready.
Oh my God!
Bring the rain.
Do your guys run like
the rain?
Do you guys run those headsets too, so everyone's yelling at each other through the radios?
It's ridiculous. No, I'm running around with PVC glue and a roll of duct tape. Like that's gonna stop anything. Like the Taliban's gonna fear about a roll of duct tape. Okay, not so much.
And then it hits noon, and everyone's chill because they gotta eat their sandwich.
Quiet. People are just pumping on cigs and weed pens. They're out there just trying to get through their day. Just trying to get through their day until 5 o'clock comes, and they're like, "Oh, we are going to the bar."
For sure.
Like it's not even a question. I mean, if you're a roofer, a drywaller, a painter, a mudder, you are getting blasted.
Without fail.
Without fail.
What's the bar scene been like up there? I mean, you've been in it for a while.
I mean, we're looking at some Northwoods 9s up here.
Really? Okay. But
do you know what a Northwoods 9 is?
I do, but that's good for this time of year.
That's a Bart 2.
It is, but I mean, you're talking April in the Northwoods, bro.
It's the locals, my friend. Rough scenario over here. Rough scene. But you know what? The Tinder game has been flowing. So like places like Gleason have been hit up.
You're branching out.
Oh yeah. Yep. We got to extend those miles up to 100.
Cody's got to fill the tank back up.
You're doing 100 miles. You're like, oh, it's not really that far. But then you look at it's 100 miles as the bird flies. So it's 3 hours and 45 minutes driving through the woods.
No, for it, like, yeah. So I got my little brother my little brother works for us now, and it is so funny, like working on a job site, and you see some of these people, you're like, that looks like a burnt out Steve Buscemi over there. You're like, damn, it does.
Like you can't even dispute it, dude.
And you're like, what's his trade? What's he working with? I'm like, drywaller or painter? And you see him like rolling paint on a thing. We're like, yep. Called it.
Got him.
Called it. It's hilarious.
Oh my God.
It's pathetically hilarious. Let's put it that way.
How long are you up there for?
I'm only up here for the week, and then I'm back. I might be back up here for another week, and then I have to go back down to Stevens Point most likely, which was also another hilarious scenario. Like if you wanted to see some OSHA do not do's, that was the place to have it.
The hotbed.
Like so Latino workers are very hard workers. So
here we go.
They're so funny. And like basically how I speak with them on what they need done as far as like not getting electrocuted is I plug it into my phone. Like English to Spanish, and I'm like, "Me gusta bailar."
Oh my god!
And then they're up there with like our Lyft, which our company owns, and they're like taking shit and tying it to Lyft and driving away with it to tear down. And they're like, "Oh, oi, hey, oi!" And they're like, this shit is falling in between their heads. And they're like, I'm like, holy, oh my god, man, Jesus, like on hell, dude, like that was sketchy as hell.
Oh my god! And what? And you're managing these people?
You can't.
You're running the show here.
No, no, I'm on the sidelines watching. I'm video cameraing.
Cody's got like 10 gigs of video of this.
I've got, oh my god. So yeah, we're on the phone talking with my dad because he's our boss. So on the phone, all of a sudden you hear boom 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 boom, and he's like, "What the hell was that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that was the Mexicans. They're dropping lights down right now." And there's a guy who's like, "Oi!" Gets his foot almost like severed. There is a major cut, and they just start laughing. I'm like, "Do you need to go to the hospital?" He's like, no.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh yeah, it's a pure war zone, dude. It's like everything out of like COD that you see, like the industrial, sites that like the maps that you play. Yeah. That is demolition.
That's your life right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's pretty sick. Blue cow. Yeah.
All righty. Well,
like one more clip. Yeah. One more tune. This is the statement that we've been going by. Like, yo, play that new Morgan Wallen. Heard he's got a new tune out. Slapping another dip.
This sounds like a hell of a job site, boys.
It's
Eagle River doesn't seem to be getting to you at all. You're doing great.
No.
Heard he's got a new tune out.
Oh boy. All right. We have
we gotta shut
we've
this
gone
down.
a little bit longer than normal, but unless anyone else has anything they want to add, I think that's a good episode for the week, huh?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, Hahner's got to get back to the salt mines in the morning. So
yes.
I have my musket tomorrow.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of Past the Barb. Also, personally, thank you to everybody who's reached out to me over the last few days. Like I said, it's been pretty crazy. So appreciate all you. We'll be back in a week, and thank you all for listening. See you later. We'll see you on the next one.